I'm gonna try to break this down simple. You went through what you did with Retribution and its ups and downs. You got an opportunity to go back to NXT, and your second run, kind of like that Terminator kind of Dijak that you were. It was cool because you were smash mouth, you were serious, you were no jokes, no punches pulled, and your match with Wesley where you dislocated your finger. Bravo. Sorry you dislocated your finger, but great match. But to go through that, to go through trying to repackage yourself and to represent yourself the way you were, and then you have these matches, and then it gets back to that, like you say, that trying to impress that one person. What, as somebody who had to go through all of that, what is something you could say to the next person that can help them through some of those issues? And just I know I've kind of bunched that all together, but just kind of sum up how you can kind of get through some of those issues and maybe some ways that helped you. Because I remember you wanted to talk to Vince. I remember one interview you had, you said you wanted to talk to him, but he told you that it was unprofessional by the way that you came to him. And I just wanted to, I'm like, man, how can you be unprofessional about wanting to talk to somebody about you and what you think about you? How does one get through that? How does one, be able to handle those type of situations and not put themselves in a bad way, if possible?
It's all situational. I
I
did what I did and reacted the way that I reacted and approached different situations, and specifically in my time in WWE, and quite frankly before my time in WWE and after as well, just all throughout my pro wrestling career. You're always faced with lots of decisions that you need to make, and there's no correct way to approach them. There's no right or wrong way to approach them. It's all just kind of guessing and feeling how you feel in the moment and saying, this is what I feel like I need to do right now. A lot of those meetings, like going to Vince, came from a place of I don't know if desperation is the right word,
right,
but it came from a place of like, I have to try something or I'm going to regret it, right?
right,
Because I would see, when you, especially when you're in WWE, you see a lot of people just like falling off, right? There's the rounds of releases where it's like, oh,
yeah,
I go 10 of my friends, and
yeah,
you look at them and you go, what did they do wrong? Like, what did they not ask enough questions? Did they not push for themselves? Did they not lobby for themselves? So, like, 2 or 3 months would go by and I'm quote unquote called up to Raw and nothing's happened. It's like, I don't want to just be the person who just vanishes one day. And so I'm like, all right, I'll
right,
go talk to him. And then I hear that some people have a good rapport, you know, being more friendly and being more casual, and then it turns out that he wanted me to be more serious and in a suit or something. So it's just guesswork, right? I can't go back and say, oh, I should have done this or I should have done that. Ultimately, all of these people are just human beings who get out of bed, have a bad day,
right.
see someone's face, don't like their face.
Yeah.
My advice to myself that I have to
Mm.
constantly remind myself about, and my advice to anyone else who ever finds themselves in my situation, would be just control what you can control. That's it. Just control what you can control, right? If you if you do what you think is best for you, that's the best you can do. Don't second guess. Don't hope. Don't worry about things that are out of your control. Just control what you can control. That's it. And if something goes wrong, still, you can't go back and fix it. You can't go back and change it.
Right.
Just control what you can control. And that's been a big part of my time throughout WWE. That's been a huge part of my time post WWE, right?
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
all these thoughts about what should I have done? What did I do wrong? Who did I piss off? Why did they get pissed off? Like what thing did I do? Who did I look at wrong? What? And ultimately, all of that doesn't accomplish anything. The only thing that accomplishes anything is worrying about me and what I can do now and how it moves me forward throughout my career and my business and my family and all of those things, because that's ultimately my focus. And do I always adhere to that? No. It's very easy to let let the thoughts creep in, but you have to constantly remind yourself to control what you can control. That's the best advice I can give anyone in pro wrestling, and quite frankly, anybody in life as well. Anyone across the board. It's the best advice, period, for anyone.